Hey followers, I'm Steffon and it's time for another rideshare reflection. That's right, y'all. I'm back. Today I want to talk about a trip that I gave to somebody. I'm not sure if I want to call this person a celebrity or not, but you guys can listen and make your own decision. Back in 2019, I gave a ride to a woman named Judy Marks, and she is the CEO of Otis Elevator Company. To say that this woman is intelligent is like saying water is wet. The thing that I noticed about her is how efficient she is. If you ask her a question, she answers exactly that question, no extra talk. She doesn't make small talk. If you ask her a question with 2 or 3 different parts, she'll answer one at a time. No, she doesn't even make any body movements that is not necessary. You can tell she got the job strictly on merit, straight business. I looked her up a little bit. She has degrees in mechanical engineering. She has degrees in management. Before she was with Otis Elevator, she was with a company called Siemens Technology. And she makes $1.3 million a year and has another $9 million worth of Otis Elevator stock. She impressed me so much that I went home and bought some Otis stock. And to this day, it is still my only stock that consistently gains money. It almost never goes down, to the point where, if you earn a certain amount of shares of a company, they let you vote on who's going to be on the board, in charge, whatever. As soon as I get that, I vote Judy back in and vote in everybody that's below her, because my feeling is if they're good enough for Judy, they're good enough for me. If you're not familiar with Otis Elevator, look on the floor right as you're about to leave the elevator, and more than likely you'll see the words Otis right there. It is a $36 billion business and it has 69,000 employees. So I just had to take the opportunity to ask her some questions about elevators that I always wanted to know. And I wanted an answer, but I was halfway expecting her to say, I'm not sure, we have people for that, or act like that's beneath her. No. She knows every single thing you can possibly know about elevators. And I got some good news for you. You know how in the movies, when you see elevators, like the cable snaps and the elevator falls, 50 floors or whatever? Cannot happen. Will not happen. The elevators in the shaft have lines of tooth-like gear things, and the elevator itself has wheels that roll in those gears, and those wheels are programmed to only go a certain speed. If the elevator starts traveling faster than that speed, i.e. if the rope breaks, the gears have an automatic braking system that kicks in. There's another system that they have that it's like a cantilever system where there are 2 fins that stick out this way. As long as the rope has tension on it, the fins are in. But as soon as that rope breaks or something causes the rope to lose tension, they stick right out. They fly right out and jab into these notches on the wall. So an elevator cannot fall. And she told me a few other things that are interesting too. Every single elevator has a panel in the top. Now, companies have gotten really good at disguising this, but it's there. And the reason it's there is so somebody can be lowered down to the elevator and open it up and get inside if there's a problem, or the people inside, if you can boost somebody up high enough, can open it up so there can be some fresh air coming in. So like I said, this woman was extremely impressive. And I took her to a mansion in Potomac. She actually works in Connecticut. That's where the company's based. She literally flies out of Reagan Airport every Sunday night and flies back in every Friday night so she can spend the weekend with her husband. They have an apartment up there for her, but she doesn't want to uproot her family. Her husband is a retired general, and she would rather have him be where he's comfortable. Some of the world's most famous buildings have Otis elevators in them. The Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, the Petronas Towers, and the big one is the Burj Khalifa, by far the world's tallest building. I think one of the reasons the company is such a sure bet is because, as Judy told me, they make almost as much on what she called maintenance and modernization as they do on sales. So they sell a lot of elevators, but they're also out there maintaining theirs and other companies' elevators. And they're always out there updating the elevators of older buildings. Hey, elevators are always going to need to be maintained, and they do take quite a bit of maintenance to keep them running smoothly. The last thing you want to be in is an unmaintained elevator. Tell me I'm wrong. Now that I've told you about them, I bet you're going to see them all over the place. They have white trucks. Their maintenance trucks are white, and they just say Otis on the side. And you'll begin to notice how many buildings have Otis elevators. They are the industry leader by far. So if you're looking for a stock to buy a couple shares of and you want a consistent performer, go with Otis Elevator and tell them Steffon sent you.